So a warm welcome, please, for Mr. Justin Timberlake. I just told the audience.
Vielen Dank.
Guten Tag. Also, you have to say it again. Sorry.
I said vielen Dank.
Ja. Und guten Morgen, guten Nachmittag. Yeah.
Alles klar? Gut.
Are the German words at all?
No.
No.
We should start the press
Okay,
conference.
we will start. Runner will seen on the 7th of October here in German cinema as well. So he just flew in and on promotion tour for the film right now.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, from my opinion, first of all, the film is about decision, ego, second chances at all. So what else makes the film or the movie worth seeing?
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, in the midst of all of those things you described, decision, ego, second chances, there's greed, power, sex. But I think it's a sort of the tale of a good guy, my character Richie, a good guy trying to do the right thing in the wrong place. And you know, his connection with Ben's character, Ivan, and the turns that this world of online gambling takes.
Well, kind of tale, kann man sagen. Also mit Gemma Arterton und Ben Affleck, viele von uns haben den Film ja gesehen. So there's your father in the film giving you good advice. Run, boy, run. Is there the best advice you ever given you? Someone from a private life? Or what is the best advice? Run?
No.
What have you learned in private?
I don't know. I mean, I've gotten a lot of good advice from my parents. The best advice I ever got, maybe it's probably really valuable right now at this press conference. My grandfather told me it's better to let people think you're stupid than to open your mouth and let them know that you're stupid. So I think he was trying to say, think before you speak.
Das passt doch sehr gut. Dann legen wir los direkt mit Ihren Fragen oder mit euren Fragen. Wer möchte denn anfangen? Der junge Mann dort.
This is Manuel from Munich. In the movie you said the house always wins, so can you even understand why people are addicted to gambling and why is it such a big thing? Why do we need it?
I don't gamble a lot myself, so maybe I don't have a good authority to speak on that. But I guess from my point of view, or if I were to think about it, I think it's just a chance that you could win yourself a lot of money. You know, it's the chance that it could afford you a shortcut in life. And some people win and some people lose. But the odds of winning at gambling are extremely low. But I don't know, I don't feel like I have a good authority to speak on it, 'cause I don't gamble a lot. I've only ever really played blackjack in the casino. In the casino. I played craps. It took me about 4 hours to win a certain amount of money from blackjack one time. This is the first time I ever went to the casino. I stayed at the blackjack table for 4 hours, and then when I walked away, I went to the craps table, and in 5 minutes, I lost all the money that I won at the blackjack table. It's probably the best thing that ever happened to me as far as gambling goes, because you see how quickly you can, the downward spiral. So I don't know. I don't gamble a lot.
Die Dame dahinter mit dem grünen Stahl. Helga.
Thank you.
Hello, Franziska from Hamburg. So if you don't gamble, what is your kind of weakness or addiction?
I've been told by people in my family that I'm addicted to work. It's probably fair to say. I don't know, but I to be honest with you, I don't know that I think I'm more addicted to the process because that's what I grew up with. I enjoy making an album. I enjoy making a movie. And I think what happens after that, I don't know. I don't put a lot of pressure on myself to meet anybody's expectations other than my own. I do put a lot of pressure on myself. But I feel like that's something that I really enjoy is the process. I think everything in moderation. What's it saying? Too much of anything is a bad thing, even if it's a good thing. Mm. So, I don't know. I feel like what I invest in more is the actual process of getting to make things. I like making things.
You're really successful. I mean, big applause for MTV Video Music Awards.
Oh, thank you.
Ja,
That's nice.
Compliment. That's the result, right?
Thank you.
Der junge Mann dort hinten hat noch eine Frage. Genau.
Hi, Tom Westerholt, German Radio WDR. You said already that you don't gamble as much in case of gambling in a casino or something, but in the beginning of the movie it said everybody gambles. So in what situations do you gamble and for what reason?
Being 32 and trying to dance that much again at the VMAs, that was gambling. Gotta get these old bones moving. I don't know, I would say I'm more methodical than anything. I believe in rehearsal. Even with movies, I love to rehearse. I love finding, something else about the movie that makes it more interesting. Whenever I play golf with my friends, or the guys at my golf club in Lakeside, we usually end up. That's probably the only place I gamble. But it's inevitable. Like I can't. It's just the type of guys that we are at Lakeside Golf Club. You can't play without gambling. But it's not for a lot of money, so that's a good thing. I don't know though. I'm pretty methodical, I think, more than anything.
Die junge Dame dahinter.
Hello, this is Frauke Gust from Radio Berlin. Mr. Timberlake just got a lifetime achievement at the age of 32. How does that feel for you? I mean, it's
all downhill.
What?
It's over.
Talking about the bones, right?
Yeah, it's all downhill now. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, how do you feel about it? I mean, it's a great thing, but you're very young still. I mean, there's a lot to come, we hope.
Me too. I hope I'm not done. It's an honor. I mean, it's an honor, that type of a award. I think that I have to be honest with myself about what that specific award means. I mean, I don't know that it's a lifetime achievement award. It's a video, it's the Video Vanguard Award, and I think half of that is because of In Sync and the relationship we had with MTV at the time, where music videos were on television at their height of viewership. I mean, the funny thing is the world watches more videos now than they ever did, because of the internet, obviously. But I think it has as much to do with that specific award, and I think it has as much to do with that as my solo career too. So it's obviously an honor to even be mentioned in the shadow of Michael Jackson. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about that. It's truly an honor. It's truly an honor. But also, too, I mean, 1981, you know, I was born at the same time MTV was. So I grew up with MTV. And I think everyone in this, I look around this room, I think everyone else in this room kind of has the same relationship with MTV that I have.
And Viva,
There's,
of course, in Germany.
And Viva, yeah. And I have a different relationship with Viva than probably
Tell us
a
more
lot
about
of Germans, you know, because this is where we started. This is where I started my music career with NSYNC. So it's a different thing now. I think it's a different thing now. And so I felt very nostalgic in a way. Yeah.
And talking about NSYNC again, is there a comeback coming after the comeback on the...
No, that was it.
Yes or no?
That was it. You know, it was, we like I said, I think that time in the, you know, the late 90s, the mid to late 90s, that time in the music industry across the world was a different time. And I think what we just wanted to do was you know, it was just a little, I mean, it was my idea. So I called them up, but the reason why is because the specificity of it being about the videos, and half of my career with music videos being shared with those guys, and so that's why I thought it would be a nice tribute in a way. But no, that was it.
So talking about Runner again, the man over there again.
Hi. We talked about gambling, and people gamble because they hope to win a lot of money, and then all the problems are gone, and they're happy. You obviously have a lot of money. Is money making happy? Is it the real thing, or is it something else that we all have to look for?
What makes you happy is the question. Apart from money.
Well, it obviously it does not buy you happiness, but it can help pay for the pursuit. But at the end of the day, I think the smaller things, the little things in life, the one thing that I've at least tried to do in recent memory is just enjoy each moment. Some of those moments, money has, you know, I'm lucky because money has afforded me, you know, those moments, but other ones, they didn't really have anything to do with it. I'm the type of person that I would live in a smaller house and, you know, be on a budget if it meant that I got to continue doing what I love to do. So I may be the wrong person to ask because you're going to get like a cliche type answer. It's not really anything interesting probably for what you want to write, but for me, it's not, you know, I don't know. It can afford you a lot of nice things, but it can also afford you a lot of complication as well. So I think it's more about how you manage your lifestyle. That's it.
Habe ich jemanden übersehen gerade, der noch eine Frage hat? Ja?
Everybody else is so quiet.
Hi.
Yeah, they listen.
From Hamburg
It's
again.
German behavior.
Yeah.
You've just been working together with the new Batman.
Yes.
So, how about you? I mean, would you like to be part of something like that as well? And Robin, as far as I know, there's nobody for the role of...
That's not true.
No?
Did you not watch The Dark Knight Rises? Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes, I do, but maybe they...
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is right in line to play Robin.
Okay.
Something I said recently got completely, not surprisingly, but got completely misinterpreted. But no, I have no desire to be any type of superhero.
You're a real superhero, right? You don't have to play it
No,
on screen.
no. I don't. I could never live up to those types of standards. No, it's not for me. But someone asked me, the question came up, would you ever play a superhero? And I said, no. And they said, well, would you ever play a villain? And I said, yes, I would play a villain. I love playing the villain. It was a lot of fun in The Social Network, you know. And I think also too, like that's my favorite type of villain, is the type of villain that you never really see coming. But I don't have any particular aspiration to put a cape on, unless it's like a James Brown cape. I can't go on. I'm being silly now. Sorry.
Die junge Dame da hinten mit Schwarz-Weiß.
Hi, Alina
Hi.
Daniel, Radio Paradiso. The movie is also about living the American dream. Would you consider yourself living the American dream, or what's your personal American dream?
It's the American dream is, what is the American dream? To be rich and famous? Is that what it is?
Have a house, have a family, something.
Yeah.
Plant a tree.
My personal dream? Well, my personal dream was to play in the NBA, so that ain't happening.
Then came the Disney Club, right?
Yeah, so I just decided to start writing songs and singing. No, I don't know. I would say that I'm kind of living out, you know, my dreams in a way. I would say that, but I think also I believe in, I guess in sports they'd say practice counts, and in the entertainment industry they'd say rehearsal counts. I think that type of thing matters. I think what we tried to touch on a little bit with Runner was that the modern version of the American dream has changed. That we have access to everything at the speed of light now, and I think that can kind of dilute the fact that the world isn't going to change without humans, and our connection to each other. So I don't know. I mean, I think when you talk about Runner, I think, you know, if you ask the generation underneath, the generation behind us, I would think that their version of the American dream is slightly different. You know, it's kind of an all-you-can-eat buffet now. So you have to pick and choose. As I was growing up, especially growing up in a small town, you know, the American dream, like you said, was about like a white picket fence and a family and marriage and those types of things. So I obviously was not part of that path when I was younger. So I don't know. It's probably a child star is the wrong person to ask that question, because I don't know that I would have. You know, I grew up a different way. You know, the first time I was ever in Berlin, I was 15 years old. So, and it was, you know, it was the 5th or 6th year anniversary that the Berlin Wall had come down. And for me, you know, in my travels, to come back now, 20, how many years is it now?
How old are you now? 32.
32.
And you were 14. Jetzt müssen wir mal die Mathematiker
What
unter uns fragen.
are you giving me, a math lesson? Just tell me how many years it is.
2016.
So to watch
Wir rechnen noch.
to watch the world change is you know, it's a different world now. It's a different world now.
Bin ich
And
richtig?
for the better. And for the better. Isn't it a good thing that David Hasselhoff came out with that song?
And it's 18 years ago.
If it wasn't for that David Hasselhoff song.
So, da ist noch eine Dame in der zweiten Reihe mit der Brille. Schaut mal, geht ihr rüber? Genau, die junge Dame da. 18 years ago.
That's going to be the quote everybody takes away from this press conference.
Hi, Isabella from Cineasten TV. Is there a difference between when you go on stage or in studio as a singer and going to a movie set? Are you nervous in more nervous in one situation, or?
Well, it's a different. It's definitely a different process. You know, being on stage is theater. I'm sure a theater actor would tell you the same thing. You know, it's to evoke, whether it be laughter or there be humor or sadness or what have you. To be on stage to try to evoke the moment out of the person in the last row, the same that you evoke the moment out of the person in the front row. Theater is that way, like performing music. But working on film, it's much more intimate. Obviously, your face is, you know, 30 feet high, and so you can see all the little nuances. So they're different in that sense. Also, too, when you go on stage, you know, for instance, like the VMAs, you only get one take. You know, and I could tell you 5 mistakes that were made in that performance, but it's also, that's part of your job on stage, is to make it look like it's easy. It's very hard to do. It takes, I believe in rehearsal, like I said before. But working on films, you get to chip away, like an ice sculpture. You know, you get to chip away at the scene, or at the whole movie. And also, too, I think you have to always continue to go for what's honest and grounded in working in film, because at the end of the day, too, you're at the mercy of an editor. Everybody here has to write a story every week or day, or I don't know which publications you all work for, but also, too, you're at the mercy of an editor. And you write the story and they say, okay, that's great. Take this paragraph out, take this paragraph out. And then you have to figure out how to connect it when those paragraphs were the pieces that connected it, the chronology of it. So when you work in film, you know, something that you did can be completely changed around to hopefully make the movie better, but it's edited, you know. Editors don't get enough credit.
Ja, time is running. So, die letzte Frage. Jetzt müssen wir uns entscheiden, die junge Dame dort oder der junge Herr dahinter. Zum Film oder privat? Zum Film. Gut, dann die Dame dort. I just asked of,
I'm Julia Wisman
private.
from Radio 1 here in Berlin. I would like to know, how was it like to work with the Coen brothers, the next film?
Magical. No, it was incredible. It was like, you know, working with someone who not only are they incredibly experienced, so the set was run in a very tight manner. I've never been to a set where you get your sides for the day and they have the storyboarded shot list on the back. That's kind of amazing. Like, to the point to where you know what frame you'll be shooting at what time of the day. But also, too, they're extremely intuitive and loose, and they let you play. And it was very nice for me to work with the Coen brothers and be a smaller part in the movie, because I didn't feel too much pressure. I'm sure it was a lot tougher for Oscar, because he has to carry the movie. But they're the best doing it. They are the best doing it. So I would have loved to have just worked on the music or just been in the movie. But to get to do both, it was kind of, I never thought something like that. I never thought I'd be able to do music in a movie the way that happened, but the fact that it's a Coen Brothers movie, it's kind of like an embarrassment of riches in a way. So, and the movie's phenomenal. The movie is phenomenal. I don't think I'm going out on a limb by saying that. They're just like the best doing it. So.
Also Kinostart 5.12., soweit ich informiert bin. Also dauert noch ein bisschen. So the movie's coming up in the middle of December here in Germany. So
okay.
You have to come back again, even
Sure.
with the world tour.
Sure.
And I think there are so more questions on a private vine, a 5 or 7 minute interview. So you give them the time of chatting close eye to eye.
Sure.
Last thing about the movie. Leonardo DiCaprio is one of the producers. And I sat in the movie and I saw the ending of the film as well. And then they were written, we shoot it in Puerto Rico, and we built up more than 10,000 jobs. So a goodwill as well. And otherwise, Leo told you something about even acting, or is he a friend now?
We have not spent that much time together, but it's nice to know that, someone who is obviously, I have an immense amount of respect for, is looking out for the movie as a producer. So you feel like you're in pretty good hands with someone like that.
Okay, and what do you think? I mean, just telling something about the Coen brothers and now about Runner, thumbs up for this movie as well?
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, it's the first time that I feel like I've gotten to make a real thriller. And getting to work with Ben as well, the work that he's done with The Town and Argo, and how he informed so much of the movie. I mean, he was amazing to have on set. Because I think he just wants everyone to be great, and as do I, and so I had a lot of fun working with him. I'd work with Ben
And Gemma
again,
and Brad Furman as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Also eine tolle Pressekonferenz, und er wird wiederkommen. So we come back, not with NSYNC, but with the one guy.
No, that would be funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much for your time und viel
Thank
Spaß
you.
mit den Interviews.
Okay,
Big
thank
Applaus.
you.
Justin Timberlake. Danke.